Right now, for what he's doing, it's good for what he's doing. But once he fights a real fighter, it's going to be.
Floyd Mayweather has just reacted to Mike Tyson's new training footage, and it appears that he is not happy with Tyson's fight with Jake Paul. Moreover, Nate Diaz has cast his vote in the ongoing debate. In a recent interview, Nate Diaz said, "Mike Tyson's a GOAT man, so I'm on Mike Tyson's side, so we'll see what happens. I think he's seen it all." Yeah, Diaz argues that Iron Mike possesses a certain prowess that the problem child has yet to attain in his boxing journey. Moreover, Diaz hinted that he's not done settling scores with Jake Paul being just one name on his list of targets. He teased the possibility of facing off against other intriguing opponents as well. He stated, "I 100% guarantee I'm going to fight Conor McGregor again, and 100% guarantee I'm going to probably fight Jake Paul again, this finger again, and Leon Edwards again." Canelo Alvarez has clearly stated that he has no desire to watch the upcoming fight. There's a backstory between Paul and Canelo, with Paul often challenging Canelo to a match. Although Canelo has come to acknowledge the online sensation presence in boxing, he remains steadfast in his decision not to fight him.
Not really, not even interested.
No, nothing.
Do you think it's good for boxing, not good for boxing?
No. Canelo did see a bright side to the situation, pointing out the positive aspect of Netflix hosting the event on its platform. However, Canelo sees it as a missed opportunity for the streaming giant to make Paul vs. Tyson its debut event.
A lot of people think that Netflix is good for boxing.
I think Netflix is good for boxing, but at that special fight, I think Netflix is doing something wrong there. I think Netflix being involved, yes, is good, but no in that kind of.
Manny Pacquiao weighed in on the matchup between Paul and Tyson after the fight was announced. Tyson confidently stated that he would end Paul's boxing career, and it seems Pacquiao agrees with this sentiment. Additionally, Pacquiao remains unwavering in his belief in Mike's skills. When asked about the chance of Paul beating the 57-year-old Tyson, Manny replied that he doesn't believe it will happen.
Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. That fight just got announced. Jake Paul versus Mike Tyson. They're gonna fight, huh? Yes, they're gonna fight. Do you think Jake Paul can beat Mike Tyson? I don't think so.
British boxing legend Ricky Hatton was outspoken when discussing Mike Tyson's contentious fight with Jake Paul. Hatton, a former champion in 2 weight classes, has voiced his disapproval of the match and the ongoing trend of YouTube personalities moving into professional boxing. In a recent interview, Hatton expressed, "I get the pushing and the shoving and the name-calling and holding each other back, but some of the great champions of old will be turning in the grave watching that, to be honest with you." Hatton recognized that the current world is geared towards entertainment, with YouTubers taking on MMA fighters and MMA fighters challenging boxers. Hatton mentioned, "I'll be turning in my grave and watching it myself, but I've got my eyes open in the sense that this is the world that we're in now. We're in the entertainment business, YouTubers against MMA and MMA against boxers. I think that world can exist." Hatton clarified that he isn't disregarding the entertainment value of these matchups. Recognizing that their popularity comes from people's desire to watch them, he said, "As long as fights like Garcia Crawford and Spence Fury and Usyk happen, as long as those fights are made, they can stay in their world and will stay in our world. Both can exist. I'm not turning around and saying, oh, this is a joke, we're in the entertainment world, but let them have their world and we'll have our world." David Benovitz acknowledges Tyson's legendary fighting spirit and his potential to deliver a competitive performance, but he remains apprehensive about Tyson's advancing age and the impact it might have on the fight's outcome. Benz emphasized the importance of Tyson's preparation leading up to the fight, highlighting that Tyson's physical condition and training regimen will play a crucial role in determining his performance in the ring.
Age. Yeah. Well, Mike Tyson is always going to be a fighter at heart, you know what I mean? So it's really just how he prepares, and it's going to be a good fight, bro. Jake Paul, he's not, I think he knows it. I mean, it's Mike Tyson, you got to get ready, so.
Yeah. Given Tyson's age and the challenges associated with maintaining peak physical condition, Benavidez believes that Tyson's preparation will be a key factor in his ability to compete effectively against Paul. Furthermore, Benz stressed the importance of Jake Paul being fully prepared to confront Tyson's formidable boxing skills and experience. Despite Paul's rising popularity and success in the boxing world, he will be facing a significant step up in competition when he squares off against Tyson.
Hopefully it's not, nothing too crazy.
Right.
You know what I mean?
Because Mike is 60, bro.
That's the only thing that worries me, bro. Yeah. But like I said, if Mike goes on there and, gives Jake a good fight, we're not going to be surprised. You know what I mean?
Mike, ain't he from Brown?
Benz warned Paul against underestimating Tyson and urged him to approach the fight with the utmost respect and prepare. Despite his concerns about Tyson's age and physical condition, Benz remains open to the possibility of Tyson delivering a spirited and competitive performance against Paul. He acknowledged that if Tyson is able to showcase his legendary skills and give Paul a run for his money, he wouldn't be caught off guard by Such an outcome.
Mike, he's like I say, he's a world champion. He's a fighter at heart. You know what I mean? So I think it's gonna be a good fight.
Do you like these type of fights, like the influencer or just the, I don't know what to call it, influencer, but just, you know, the fights that's not real boxers in that way? Like, do you like that?
You know what, bro? I don't hate on them. I used to not like them back then, but now that I see that, you know, you got these influencers, you got these other people, they're actually showing commitment, they're showing their passion for boxing.
I think Jake.
And at the end, just like Jake.
Concerns have been raised for Mike Tyson about the potential risks to his well-being in fighting Jake Paul. Mauricio Swan, the head of the WBC, admits that Tyson might come to regret his decision to return to the ring. He recognized that Mike had a very difficult end to his boxing career, being out of shape and going through a significantly worse stage of his life. Mauricio Swan expressed, "Mike is a legend and an unbelievable legend that has so many great things and is outstanding. He had a very ugly ending to his career in boxing, but he was out of shape and in a completely problematic stage of his life." Suleiman pointed out that when the world sought entertainment during the lockdowns, Mike stepped up and fought Roy Jones Jr. He looked impressive and delivered exactly what everyone anticipated. However, Suleiman believes that this upcoming fight with Paul is different. Swan added this time with Jake Paul is different. He is a young, strong, upcoming fighter with great social media followers, and if it is an exhibition, then we have to support it. It is good for boxing, so let's support it and make it a great event for kids to look up to Mike Tyson and Jake Paul. Swan added that every fight carries its risks regardless of age or any other factor, as a single punch can alter someone's life. He noted that the WBC does its utmost to minimize risks for all fighters when they step into the ring. He said every fight is danger, regardless of age, regardless of anything. One punch can change your life. We do our best effort at the WBC to minimize the risks for all fighters when they go into the ring. However, former professional boxer Kenny Rainford asserted that Tyson would emerge victorious over Paul despite health concerns. Rainford recognized the concerns within the boxing community, but remained confident in Tyson's ability to win. Rainford said he's lived hard and trained hard, and he's doing that now. Jake Paul hasn't been hit by a heavyweight. He struggled against Tommy Fury at cruiserweight. The problem will be when Tyson hits him. Rainford added that Tyson still faces challenges due to his age, and that his stamina isn't what it used to be. He pointed out that Paul is also sharp and quick. He further noted that Mike would need to finish off Paul quickly because the longer the fight went on, the more punishment Tyson would likely endure. Rainford added Tyson still got the age against him, and the engine isn't what it once was. You can't take away natural youth. Paul is quite sharp himself and quick. Mike is going to have to get Paul out of there double quick. The longer it lasts, the more punishment he'll face. Rainford suggested that he could envision Tyson defeating Paul in 2 or 3 rounds, but he also saw the possibility of Paul winning on points or possibly stopping Tyson late in the fight. Rainford said, "You can't ignore the age, and I can see it from both sides. I can see Tyson doing him in 2 or 3 rounds, and I can see Paul winning."
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. That's the one. He's very delusional. He can't listen. If he was anywhere near that realm of great Ali, he'd be able to take his kids to school by himself. Okay, he can't take his kid to school by himself. And he talking about he's great. Greatness is not guarding yourself from the people. Greatness is being accepted by the people. He can't take his kids alone to school by himself.